deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or probably poor. My name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. You can hear all about me and my best friend Cody Rhodes at AEW Insider.
What's up, peeps? We're back. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benson. Thank you so much for joining us for the YouTube edition of the AEW Insider. We got a really big show, so let's get right to it. AEW. Well, Matt Hardy is definitely coming to AEW. In his most recent show that he calls Free the Delete, he called two people to come help him cleanse a dying being inside of him. An SUV pulled up, and it was Nick and Matt Jackson, a.k.a. the Young Bucks, which Hardy replied, "I knew you'd come," just like he used to as Broken Matt. So Broken Matt will be appearing in AEW, and I am stoked. Another great wrestler is coming. It hasn't been revealed yet, but Jake the Snake Roberts interrupted Cody Rhodes on a promo on Dynamite and said he has a client and he's coming for Cody's head. Matt Hardy called into Busted Open Radio. He brought up his brother Jeff's return to WWE. Matt said, "First and foremost, I wanted to hit on Jeff. It was great to see him last night and just how healthy and refreshed he looks. And I like the conversations I've had with him. He's been very different and it's been very good. And I know he had a lot of stress going on, especially with the situation with our dad, who was in real bad health. Jeff really wasn't working on the road at the time, so he was there to help our dad every day, trying to rehabilitate him, get him better. And a lot of what happened was on Jeff. So I'm glad Jeff finally took some time to himself and took care of Jeff. I'm very excited for him to be back, and I hope he does great in everything he does." Jake the Snake was on Talk as Jericho. He pulled the curtain back on WWE when he worked there. Vince once threatened to fine him if he caught him working out. Robert said, "At the time of the surgery, I could lift like 4 pounds with my left arm, and that was it. I could hardly move my left arm at all. And somehow within 10 weeks, and I was doing seated neck presses with 225 pounds. I gained a lot of size. Here's the best part, though. I gained like 40 pounds in 3 months. I went in to see Vince to tell him I was coming back, and he almost fell off his chair. He said, 'What the hell's wrong with you? Jake, what the hell have you done to yourself?' I said, 'My God, I'm in the best shape of my fucking life. I mean, look at this shit. I have big knobs up here on my shoulder and shit. If I wanted Hulk Hogan to carry a snake, we would have gave Hulk Hogan the fucking snake. What we want is some slimy, no-good son of a bitch to carry the snake, you know? A guy that looks like he's been run through the mill, a little nasty and dirty, a flesh-eating bastard. If I find you in the gym, I'm going to find you $1,000 every time.'" Shawn Spears took to social media to find a legit tag team partner for AEW. There were so many results that AEW's inbox crashed. WWE Elimination Chamber is this Sunday, and my daughter and I will be in attendance covering the event. Here's the full card so far and what I think is going to be the pre-show match. What I predict to be the pre-show match is Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak. If it does happen, I would love for Gulak to win, but I doubt it. It's too soon, so I would have to go with Daniel Bryan. We definitely do have the United States Championship up for grabs. It's Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo. My pick, Humberto. I think it's going to be a punishment for Andrade's dirty urine. I think they're going to let Humberto have the belt, and he, Andrade, and Garza can have a triple threat match maybe at the pre-show at Mania. We then have AJ Styles versus Aleister Black in a no DQ match. Again, I would love for Black to win this, but they got to make AJ look strong for Undertaker at WrestleMania. Plus, it's no DQ, so you know the club's going to get involved. I pick AJ Styles. The Raw Tag Team Championships. We have the current champs, the Street Profits, defending against Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Winners, the Street Profits. I was very surprised they took the belts off of Murphy and Rollins so quick. They probably want to free Seth up for a big match at Mania, but I do pick the Profits to retain. We do have the Intercontinental Championship belt up for grabs. It is Braun Strowman versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cesaro versus Sami Zayn. So it literally is a 3-on-1 match, and I'm picking Braun to keep his belt. We do have the chamber match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. We have the defending champs, Miz and John Morrison, versus the New Day, versus Heavy Machinery, versus Robert Roode and Dolph versus the Usos. My pick to win is The Miz and Morrison. Be jealous. We also have the Women's Elimination Chamber match, which I feel is going to close out the show. It is Natalya versus Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler versus Asuka versus Ruby Riott versus Sarah Logan. I pick Shayna Baszler to win. I think she's going to be headliner Mania for the title against Becky Lynch. They are saying backstage that Vince is not high on Baszler. She was supposed to win the Royal Rumble and get the match at Mania, but in the last minute he changed his mind and had Charlotte Flair win. After Baszler's Raw match with Kairi Sane, he's not happy with either one of them, so she might not win Sunday. I think she will, though, and she does deserve it. Well, WWE is up to their dirty tricks again. Now they're trying to block wrestlers from appearing at events that AEW stars are appearing. There's a big event called The Big Event in New York on Saturday. Matt Hardy was booked on a convention. Some WWE guys were booked there as well. The convention guys were basically told you cannot book anybody from AEW. That's one of the rules. If you book a WWE guy anywhere, you know the rule. So it's pretty crazy. They're saying that's the reason why Matt Hardy did not appear on AEW Wednesday, so he can do this appearance and then he can appear on TV. And if so, that's fucking insane. But they're saying Hardy doesn't want to let the fans down, which is really cool. Rumors are running rampant backstage about Ricochet. The internet is abuzz wondering why WWE has been booking him the way they have been the last few weeks. I mean, the guy has been getting absolutely obliterated. Conan weighed in on the situation on his podcast that he calls Keeping It 100. He said, "Did you see the way they booked Ricochet the past couple of days? I would like to know, based on the way he's been booked, if he did or said something backstage, because ever since he took on Brock Lesnar, they've been destroying him." Cain Velasquez was at WWE Headquarters and he ran into another ex-UFC champion. It was none other than Ronda Rousey. Maybe they're trying to get her to come back or at least show up for Mania next month. Could she be the reason why Shayna Baszler might not win the Chamber and headline Mania? Time will tell, peeps. Connor of the ex-WWE tag team, The Ascension, released details on where he and his partner might end up. Connor said, "So originally Vic and I were just talking about what we're going to do right now, as far as trying to enjoy it. For me personally, I told Vic kind of where my head was at. I was like, I don't want to answer to anybody. I've been answering to people for 10 years. It's kind of nice just to do our own thing. It's nice to be able to not have to do something you don't want to do. So as of right now, I'm just kind of enjoying the moment. But as far as offers and things like that, there's been some pretty cool things that have been possibly going on. Of course, you can't really discuss that because it's not going to be any fun. But we're still going to do indies. We're still going to go out there and do signings and things like that. We've got some pretty cool things that have opened up and we haven't mentioned it yet. If we do anything, we want it to be a surprise. We're just stoked, to be honest with you, with everything that's being offered to us. We will be back on TV. I can promise you that. It's going to be awesome, but we're going to be back to our old ways. We're going to be able to be us again, and it's going to be awesome. No doubt about it. WWE recently had a countdown of women trailblazers, all the women in histories who have blazed trails in the WWE. Well, they left out Michelle McCool, a.k.a. The Undertaker's wife. She didn't even make the countdown. She was very vocal about it online. WWE knows not to piss off Taker. They added McCool to the list later, which Taker did see, and he responded, "Too little, too late." A big congratulations to the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Pro Wrestling Insider just named him their Wrestler of the Decade. Another big congrats goes to JBL. He is getting inducted into the WWE 2020 Hall of Fame class. I like him in the ring, but outside of the ring and backstage, he is a known big douchebag bully. But congrats, big guy. WWE today announced that popular radio personality Peter Rosenberg will join the company as an analyst for its monthly pay-per-view kickoff shows, beginning this Sunday, March 8th at Elimination Chamber. In his new role, Rosenberg will also serve as a special correspondent for various WWE Network shows and upcoming specials. To quote Vince McMahon at WrestleMania 12, working with WWE is the boyhood dream come true, said Rosenberg. I am beyond thrilled to rejoin the WWE universe. Rosenberg is a true legit fan, like Sam Roberts is. I think he'll do very well. He used to host a show on WWE. It was called Bring It to the Table. It was on the network. Lana will not be on WWE TV the next few weeks because she's filming a movie with Bruce Willis. I wonder if it's going to be one of his big ones or one of his straight video on demands. NWA. There was a new NWA TV champion crowned. Zicky Dice defeated Ricky Sparks for the TV title. I'm a huge fan of Zicky Dice and his gimmick. He's definitely one that you want to see on TV every week. He's very entertaining, he's boisterous, he's got a good gimmick. Congratulations. And it also has been announced that NWA champion Nick Aldis will be facing PCO for the NWA title at Ring of Honor Supercard. Random wrestling news. I reported a few weeks ago that Teddy Hart was pulled over and busted for drugs. He was released from prison, and for some reason he was arrested again, and at this time he's still in jail. No other details have been released so far. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner did an interview with Sitting Ringside. They asked about his WWE run. He spoke about that, and he had some harsh words to say about Triple H. Steiner said, "Same thing that went wrong for me, went wrong from everybody else that went to WWE from WCW. Look what he did. Triple H beat everybody. Kevin Nash went in, and look what he did. He had a DQ, and then he got beat. Sting got treated worse. He had one match with him, and he was done. That's the thing. When a guy's a mark and he wants to beat everybody, he's a legitimate pussy. I mean, Wikipedia don't lie. I mean, seriously. Look what he's done. Nothing. Then he got into professional wrestling, and that was his time to shine. Of course, it does help banging a boss's daughter, so you know he took advantage of everything that he could and beat everyone from WCW. But why? They treated everyone like shit, and we were all in the same business, you know. Wrestling is a small-knit community. You know, it's a brotherhood. But you're going to treat us bad because we wrestle for somebody else? I mean, it made no sense, but now it's biting them in the ass. They would have fucking killed for half the ratings that they had when the Monday Night Wars were going on. And look at them, getting fucking bit right in the ass. They got what they deserve. And finally, La Champion, Chris Jericho, talked about wrestling legend Kanyon. Kanyon had a great run with the mask and without his mask in WCW. He didn't fare so well when he went to WWE. Kanyon was gay and stayed in the closet for years. This is what Le Champion said. There's a guy, God bless him. His name is Chris Kanyon, a wrestler. And he always kind of knew that he was gay, but no one cared. And then he ended up taking his own life because of it. And it's just one of those things. Like, we knew, man. We were all a gang with Disco Inferno, Billy Kidman. It was like we never saw him with any chicks, you know? But why be scared around your friends? And that ended up leading to him wanting to take his own life. Sadly, Chris Kanyon took his own life on April 2nd, 2010. It's hard to believe that we are coming up to a decade since losing him. He died too soon, and it's really, really sad story for pro wrestling. I was a huge, huge Kanyon fan. He had one of the best lines ever. He said, who better? Who better than Kanyon? Godspeed, man. I hope you, put those demons to rest that plagued you your whole life. All right, Pete's, remember, we are going to Elimination Chamber in 2 days. I will have footage for the event. We're hoping not to catch coronavirus when we're there. We got our face masks with our filters, so we'll see how it goes. We're going to hit Gino's Hoagies after, hoping to run to some wrestlers, even though we never do. Who knows? But anyway, I will be back the day after the Elimination Chamber with some footage. At least I'll be posting some videos of the event. So definitely check out our YouTube channel. Show us some love on all major podcasting platforms, Facebook and YouTube under the AEW Insider, and on Twitter under the AEW Insider 1. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benz, and thank you so much for joining us for the AEW Insider. Ciao, peeps.